right. We are back.
We're back.
Off the record.
Woo, another week.
We are here. What's up, Amplify Church family, Off the Record family? My name's Pastor Ed Knoll.
And I'm Pastor Brandon Major.
This is our weekly live conversation where we pull back the curtain on church life and what happens behind the scenes and how we think about ministry and just
all
whatever we want to talk about.
Everything and anything. It happens here. Hey, we already got MJ in the chat, Marion in the chat. What's up, friends? Drop in the chat if you're watching. And yeah, we want to know who's out there. Ed, how's your week?
It's good. You know what's interesting about people in the chat? Some people don't even know this podcast exists yet.
Yeah.
That are part of Amplify Church.
Yeah.
We got to keep getting the word out.
Oh.
So MJ, Marion, throw it on your social medias. Tell the people we are here. I actually just posted it on.
Let's double viewership from 2 to 4.
I know.
That's
that is our goal.
That's our goal.
The goal today. We've talked with some of our more common viewers.
Yeah.
Is 2 o'clock on a Wednesday the best time to go live?
Really not.
Well, yeah. But
what are you gonna do? It works for us.
It works for us.
So
that's what we do. We might. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll switch up.
MJ said she's on it. MJ's gonna double it. She's gonna double it.
MJ, you can be a social media intern for us, MJ. We just have 18 interns.
Shout out intern Emma.
Hey-o.
Oh, she's not there. Okay.
She's here.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Hey, intern Emma. What's up, Brittany? I also just posted on my personal Facebook.
Yeah.
That everyone needs to come watch. So,
which, if you're out there posting on your personal Facebook, a rumor has it you've got some followers on there and some haters. Rumor has it you've had a big week.
I've caused some stir on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just in the last 16 hours.
So here's my exposure to this. I'm laying in bed last night and Kendall's on her phone and she just goes, "Oh, Ed's causing trouble." Yeah. And that's all that I know. So tell everyone the story, including me. I have no idea what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm not trying to shame anybody and put anybody on blast.
That's a great start.
My daughter goes to our local school district.
Yeah.
And they're making a change.
Okay.
Related to nurse.
Shout out the school district.
Hey,
we love teachers.
Yeah.
We love come on.
Actually, that's super important. We love our school district.
100%.
We love our teachers, our principal. Yes. My daughter's full-time special needs. And we have had a phenomenal experience.
Yeah, you've told me they've gone above.
Yes.
They're very helpful.
Yeah. So,
but
I'm really not speaking ill of the district at all.
Yeah.
But they're exploring alternative nursing coverage strategies for at the moment they're saying when nurses are out sick.
Yeah.
And sharing nurses between buildings, which would mean that there's going to be moments in the day at some buildings where there'll be no nurse there at all. Which, but I think the bigger problem is. It was communicated to us because we have a daughter who has advanced needs. Mm-hmm. And so I went into the Plum community Facebook chat.
Oh, was this a secret that you were hey, we're letting you know?
Before we even get there, you and I just talked about you have a Ring camera and you've told me that your Ring chat pops off with the neighborhood gossip.
The Ring community chat. It's there's these two neighbors in there and the one is whose dog keeps barking? And the other one's Nancy, that's mine. And another neighbor is well, you need to do something about it. And they just go at it. And I'm just in there this is from God.
Now, you're not on Facebook.
I'm not.
But that already exists on Facebook. And every neighborhood has their own neighborhood chats. They're private. You have to get accepted into them.
Kendall's in those.
Yeah.
For us.
And so they blow up. And people are always in there just doing hot takes and complaining with each other.
Yeah.
So I just put a friendly little post.
Hey, yeah.
Is anyone upset about what they're doing?
Yeah.
And because I'm a little concerned. I'm not sure this is the right strategy. And
you're just breaking.
It has blown up. 224 comments.
What?
Almost 100 people have commented and reacted. Every comment is people, there's threads of comments.
Give me a metric though. What is the typical post? I don't know Facebook.
12. I'll just read back these other ones. 12, 11, 1, 2.
And you have what?
250.
Crazy amount.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ed.
It has dominated the feed in the last 16 hours.
Wow.
And what's happened is what we're realizing is there was a not alignment of communication from the district on how this was rolled out or told. And some people don't agree with it at all. So it's caused quite a stir.
Wow.
And I'm a fan of this local school district.
Yeah.
We as a church entity, we support them. As a personal father in the district.
Just asking questions.
I'm just asking questions. Just asking questions.
You know, and maybe disclosing information that isn't public yet. No big deal. No big deal.
Which I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Now, whenever you go to post these things, does the thought cross your mind, hey, this is Edno, lead pastor of Amplify Church?
Okay. You said something before the show where you're going to accuse me of something. It does. It does.
I'm not convinced.
Here's the thing. My other posts in the Plum community thing typically are on behalf of the church. Like I've commented, people are always in there saying, hey, I'm new to the area. I'm looking for a church. And I'm all like, hey, come to Amplify. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
So I do that, or I can't remember other things that I posted, but typically it's related to church-related things.
On this one, did you have the thought, this is Edno, lead pastor?
I did not write it with my pastoral voice. I wrote it as a father.
Yeah.
I wrote it as a father and a member of the community. Absolutely. But I know that my voice represents Amplify Church all the time, right? Of course. I'm very, my Facebook profile is public, so nothing is hidden. My only other 3 posts in this whole chat were all Amplify Church related, inviting people to family movie nights, Easter, and back to school bash.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and those have been over the last few years. So this is the first time I posted as a community member.
Yeah.
You know, and
hey, fair enough. I'm just teasing you. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You gotta, engagement is good.
Yeah.
And
so, anyways, it's caused a stir.
Big week for you. Big week.
Yeah. But
this is what happens on the weeks where Ed doesn't have to preach Sunday.
Wait, can I drop a little tea?
Sure can.
A little tea.
Sure.
This is tea for the Plum community.
Oh boy.
After we posted this, right?
You sure you should do this?
I don't know. I'm not going to say names. After we posted this, we started getting all these DMs, me and my wife, because Katie was in the thread of the chat.
Yeah.
We started getting all these DMs of people like dropping tea of things within of teachers and who said this and this person's cutting funds and I wasn't told and I'm in the district, like teachers not being told this information, and we're like,
you're now the holder of all the weights of everything.
I'm like, I wasn't trying to do this. I was like, I just kind of wanted to see if anybody.
You're now the person.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So
that is wild.
There's a school board meeting next week, and unfortunately, I cannot attend. So I'm not going to be able to go.
What are the people going to do without their voice box?
I don't know. But like, I unofficially became like this voice of the people related to this issue, and I was not attempting to do that. But somehow
that is way better than I thought. I had no idea what was going on.
But the reason I can't go next week,
is because we're in Washington D.C.
We're going on a little trip. Work trip.
Yeah, Global Leadership Summit. Hey, give me this camera. Come on,
hey,
repping the
shout
merch
out
right
Come
there.
You got that actually at last year's conference.
Last year, the same conference.
That's right.
We are hosting the Global Leadership Summit yet again, which I am so pumped about. GLS, the main philosophy is whenever the leader gets better, everyone gets better.
Yeah.
Everyone wins. That's what it is. And so it's a couple days where everybody gets in the same room, same environment, and we get to grow in our leadership and influencing people. And it's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
So next week, we'll be, but we're still planning.
Well, just to tease GLS for a second.
Yeah.
This is a conference. The live conference happens in Chicago, but it's broadcasted all over the world.
Yeah.
So we host it here at Amplify Church.
Yeah. And
we get a direct live feed.
Yep.
And so people can sign up and come to Amplify and attend this conference. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's meant for anybody and everybody.
Yeah.
You could be a stay-at-home mom. You could be a teenager.
You'll find value in this.
Yeah.
No matter your life season or who you are.
Yeah.
I started going to these whenever I was, I think, 16. And I still look back and I still remember some of the speakers and what they spoke and how it like changed how I led, how I thought. So, hey, MJ, you're a high schooler in the chat.
Come on,
you want to
MJ.
sign up? You get a student rate, $99, which you can't beat that. And once you graduate, it's gone forever. So you should sign up for that. Anybody else, man, you should really look into it. Right now, the rates are very low because it's still, 6 months out.
Yeah.
But they'll go up as it gets closer. So get your ticket now.
this conference introduced me to like John Maxwell, Patrick Lencioni, Simon Sinek, all of these
They've
really
had
phenomenal
presidents speak.
Yeah.
I mean, they pull in. It's not just Christian leadership either. Or Christians who are speaking. Like they pull in all kinds of different leaders and influence.
Can MJ register now?
Yeah.
Do we have the student link for our site? Like, do we have that?
Yeah, you go on the Global Leadership Summit website and you
Producer Ian.
You click our I got this.
All right.
I got this. You go on GLS site, you click our location, and then you pick student. I don't think you need to prove anything or do anything. You just literally select. I think I said I had this, but producer.
Hey, producer Ian, do you want to drop the link in the chat if you find it?
Yeah, I'm currently looking for it.
That'd be great. So anyways, we're rehosting that. It's in what month? August. Next week, Washington, D.C. There's as a host site, we are like the leaders of the host site for Amplify Church. Yeah. And so we're going down for a short 2-day. We're going to be there 3 days. It's 2 days long. Yeah. Kind of pastoral conference. Yeah. For the pastors who are putting on this trip. So it is. Oh, hey, Brady Lippert throwing it in the chat. Come on,
Brady.
All right, Brady.
Thank you, Brady.
Let's click this actually. Because the thing that I want to know, like you just said, how do they register as a student?
I think you just hit register.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Once you get to the checkout page, you just pick student registration, which is listed at $99. Look at that. There you go. MJ, register. Marion.
We just tell MJ.
Come on, Marion, register. Linda, I know you're there, Linda. Brittany. Gabrielle, take a day off work. This is going to be good.
Oh, man. This is so funny.
Our staff get to come for free. Yep. Well, the church covers the cost, but it's a perk of being on an Amplify Church staff.
Yeah. And it's possible if you work somewhere that they would sponsor you coming as well. That's the other thing.
More than 50% of all attenders of this conference, their employer pays for it. Yeah. So if wherever you work, ask if your employer will cover this for professional development. That's great.
Yeah. So next week,
we're going to be
doing the podcast.
It is a work. It's a work trip.
100%.
It's a work trip.
But we're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna work it so fun.
Yeah.
We're going
work hard, play hard. You know.
Amen.
As it got to be the way it is.
We're going down on Monday, right? We're getting on the road on Monday, and we have a church member who is treating us to dinner Monday night.
Yeah, very kind.
They live in Pittsburgh, also live in DC, and so we're looking forward to that. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, we get to go to the Museum of the Bible.
Have you ever been?
No, you have.
Wait, did we have this convo and I'm just forgetting?
You are.
I love the Bible Museum.
I've never been. How many times have you been?
Once.
Okay.
I went about 2 years ago with Pastor Rob, who was here a couple weeks ago on the podcast, and we were down there for a basketball game, and we went to the Bible Museum, and it is awesome. But we didn't do the Dead Sea Scroll exhibit.
Well, also, you'll remember this. You guys paid to get in.
Yeah.
And you didn't realize that pastors get in for free.
Which, how nice is that?
Yeah. So I don't know how you prove that. Do we pull up the website? Here's my face.
That's a good question.
Here's my face.
Guess we'll find out.
I don't have a membership card.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go, which we normally get in for free, but we get the Dead Sea Scrolls tour also for free.
Yeah.
Paid for by the conference, which, dude, I'm pumped about. I have to assume that we're gonna see actual pieces of parchment from the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah.
Which
will be
gonna
so
be
neat.
So cool.
Yeah.
I've watched, videos of it and seeing some of the oldest recorded writings of scripture. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Go to the restaurant on the roof. Sold. Okay.
Who said that?
Marion.
All right. We'll do it.
We'll do it. Brittany, I want to go to the Ark Encounter. The Ark Encounter would be
Have you been?
Great. No.
Did you go before they had the Ark, just to the Creation Museum? I went to that when I was like, I don't know. I was so little. I don't even remember it. But I want to go to the Ark.
Feels like going to Disney before they had a castle.
Well, the museum is huge.
Is it?
Yeah, it is massive.
It can't be bigger than the Ark.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy. But I want to go to the Ark too. That'll be very fun.
So we're going to Museum of the Bible, and then we have like a 1.5 day conference.
Yeah.
In the news that everyone's been begging to know.
Yes.
We are not canceling
We're not.
off the record.
We would never do that to you guys. We love you too much.
We do.
We know that you need this,
You do.
know? And so we will be doing it virtual.
Virtual.
It'll look a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're doing it. But
Yeah, we'll
I
figure
know-
it out.
I know we're doing it. So
Yeah.
we'll still be here, which will be fun.
You know what I'm not looking forward to though?
Uh-oh.
Is I'm preaching that Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Anytime I have like this specialty stuff coming my week, I hate preaching. I
Yeah.
can't believe I set this up. I always like to give those weeks to you.
He
So-
does. He does. He's like, hey, we've got this Monday through Thursday trip that you have to come on. Oh yeah, we're gonna move the preaching schedule too. So you'll have that Sunday. This time it's all you.
If there's one perk I should be able to get
That's true.
as a
That's
lead
true.
pastor,
That's
it's
true.
deciding when I
Yeah,
communicate.
that's true. It's really funny. So that'll be a good time.
But I'm
It'll
preaching.
be a lot of fun.
You're preaching this Sunday. How's
I'm
your prep?
preaching-
How's your prep going?
Pretty bad. So Tuesdays normally are prep day, and I did in fact spend almost a full day prepping, and then late last night I also spent prepping, and my night ended with me backspacing a lot of different ideas and thoughts, and so my goal is tonight to keep working at it. But what is nice is I'm able to do it on my church laptop again. We did not talk about this, but I know you have some thoughts on how I
Brandon,
steward some resources.
yeah, poorly stewarding resources is one of your spiritual gifts. That sounds really
That
bad.
sounds terrible,
That sounds
actually.
really
I don't think
That
yeah.
sounds incriminating.
Yeah, that was not good. What we're trying to say is I have this work laptop right here, which is very great, but it needs a charger, and I so
Naturally.
far have lost 2 chargers for my laptop.
Yeah.
And I went to Ed the first time because he's always got cables. And he was like, oh, here's a replacement. Here's a backup. No problem. And then this past time, I was so ashamed because I lost the one that he gave me. And I was like, I can't go to him again. So I spent 2 weeks looking all around the church, looking all around our house, no cable anywhere. So I finally just went and I bought one. My own money, because I don't want to mismanage the finances.
Oh my gosh.
And my computer works again.
That is
Go on.
that is a very appropriate use of church funds.
No, it's not.
What do they call it?
If it were the like, oh, it broke, I'd be like, okay, I'll buy one. But if I'm losing stuff, I need to learn my lesson.
Someone in the chat or producer Ian, I feel like you'll know this. Like, what does a business call these types of expenses where if you run a retail shop, some stuff's going to get stolen.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's like
yeah,
a phrase for
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
And you account for that.
It's called a Brandon fund.
We have that.
A line.
We know you're going to break some stuff. We know you're going to lose some stuff, and we
No, I
account
just-
for that.
I feel bad. But it's back working. Praise the Lord.
All right. Now, prep not going well. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
None of the prep is ever in vain, though,
No.
which is so
no,
good.
nothing's wasted. Even though sitting here today, I feel like, man, I have nothing for Sunday. I have a text. I have 10 verses, but I don't have anything. I know that all the time yesterday, because 80% of the time walking out of Tuesday, it's like, man, I feel like I could go preach this and it would be fine. And the rest of the week is like fine tuning,
Mhm.
This week is one of those weeks. And the Lord, he'll continue to speak and, or we'll just do a worship Sunday, Either way, it'll be fine. So,
Well, we called today's episode Unlikely Inspiration and Favorite Preacher Draft. At the end of the episode, we're going to be drafting our favorite preachers.
come on, I'm so
All right,
excited.
we're going to get to that. Unlikely Inspiration.
Yeah.
I got to go to something this past weekend that
Mhm.
really was very profound and
Yeah.
surprised me at the mark that I think that it left on me. And on last week's episode, I at the very end, I made just some brief comments around Pastor Jeff Leake from Allison Park Church, who passed away, I think, about 10 days ago now.
Mhm.
And it's a crazy story because they have a Saturday night service and he preached the full sermon on Saturday night. He gave an altar call and the word's incredible. I don't know if you've gone back and listened to the sermon, but
I have not yet.
it's kind of crazy to think, what's your last sermon ever going to be?
Mm.
And you listen to this word and he gave a really great word.
Mhm.
But within it, he also, shared the gospel.
Yeah.
And it sounds silly to say, but every time we preach, we're not necessarily going through the core tenets of of the gospel and what Jesus did every single time. When we get to the altar call, we certainly do. But within the context of the message, it doesn't exactly show up every week. This past week, it didn't for me. So I don't know how often it did for him, but he preached a gospel message on his last message ever. Gives an altar call, right? People gave their life to the Lord. He goes back and he meets with these people that give to the Lord, and tragically, he ended up having a heart attack very shortly after that. And so, Amplify Church, we're standing with you, Allison Park Church, and we love you guys, and praying for you, and believing that God's going to be faithful to whatever this next season looks like, and I know God will be faithful to that church. But Jeff, pastored there for 35 years. And was a man of great faith. I think he has 5 kids. 4 of them are walking in essentially ministry. I think 3 in full-time ministry.
Wow.
He was responsible for planting over 100 churches. I think it was around 115 churches.
Dang.
Him and Allison Park helped to plant. So just an incredible guy for the kingdom of God. He helped to partner with the Tanzania Assemblies of God and partnered with them to create pastoral training centers. And through these pastoral training centers, they have trained, I think it's over 20,000 pastors. And those 20,000 pastors have gone on to plant over 9,000 churches.
Wow.
And it's like throughout Africa.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, the impact that this guy has had.
What a legacy.
And so on Saturday was his celebration of life service. And I went, and it was hosted at Victory Family Church with John Nuzzo, which is so great of Victory to host that, on behalf of Allison Park. And all of the visitation was at Allison Park, but this was at Victory. And John got up very briefly at the beginning and just kind of welcomed everybody. And then they went through this celebration of life service. We had worship. Kelly Brownlee, who spoke at our women's conference, helped to lead worship. She is a church planner that came out of Allison Park from Jeff Leake. So she was one of the worship leaders for that day. And then multiple people got up and just spoke. And it was about 2.5, 3 hour long service. But they spoke of this man, and not a perfect guy, but just a faithful guy. And all of it, pointed towards the faithfulness and goodness of God and how He used him and what He did through him. But his kids, 4 of the 5 of his 4 oldest, got up and all spoke to their dad, and there wasn't a dry eye in the room. And you're hearing these kids speak to the character of their dad, and they all kind of said this same phrase of no one has a dad like my dad. And they all kind of shared these moments that they realized when that became true for them. And one of the sons said, like, when he went away to college and he realized, like, oh my gosh, like not everyone has a dad like my dad, who's present and faithful and encouraging and informing me and championing me and all these things. And the theme of the whole event, and this has been said a million times of Jeff, but he had this phrase that your legacy is not what you do, but what you set into motion. And so that carried the theme.
He said that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That carried the theme of the whole service, multiple people quoting it throughout. And it's like the things he set into motion of a family that still loves God, a marriage. I don't know how long they were married. It had to be almost 40 years, if not over 40 years. A church, pastoring his church for 35 plus years. Over 100 churches directly planted, the impact that he had in Africa with these churches. And it's like, man, he set a lot of things in the motion.
A lot of things. Yeah.
And there's going to be so many people in heaven because of him. But then you heard testimony from his best friend, who was the best man at his wedding. And there was a moment where he was talking about this Jonathan Saul type of friendship that they had. Or
David.
Yeah, Jonathan David. Sorry. Jonathan David type of friendship that they had. And that they were just always for one another, even though they lived states away, and they're always championing one another. And then I'm going to get choked up talking about it. He looked at like his wife, Jeff's wife and his kids, and he said, listen, like this friendship goes beyond me and Jeff. He was like, if any of you need something, like I'm here. And I just thought, man, like that, there's something so powerful about true friendship is not just being there for them, but you're there for the people they love, right? So it was so moving. It was so powerful. It's online. I mean, they streamed it, and so like you can go back and watch it. But I left, and I'm thinking like I should have brought the entire church staff to this. And you know, I've gone to church services and church conferences, and next week we're going to this conference. It's going to be great. Yeah. But I go to this celebration of life service, and it just fired me up for the gospel. Wow. Fired me up for what we're called to do here. Fired me up for wanting to be a dad and a husband and a pastor that lasts the distance. Yeah. Right. Like, and so it was so encouraging and so inspiring. And so I came into Sunday and I was like on fire. I mean, if that, right? Yeah. And everyone was really complimentary of the sermon this week. And it seemed like it hit a lot of people. But I'm like, I just came off of the most life-giving, faith-filled experience. Yeah. And it came due to someone, you know, passing away, but it was so full of faith. Yeah. And the room is filled with members of Victory, members of Allison Park, and so many of the most prominent church leaders of our city. And we're never get to be in the same room together. We're all leading churches and communities, but now we're all sitting here. And there was kind of this unofficial pastor section, and all of us were there, and the room was just so full of faith. Wow. I'm so grateful I got to go. So grateful I got to meet Jeff. And for the little bit that he spoke into my life was just so meaningful for me. And what he, you know, hopefully knows in heaven is even in death. Yeah. The very first opportunity that people gathered as a result of him, people left full of faith. Wow. You know, it was powerful.
If that isn't a testimony to who he was and how he lived. Yeah. The fact that at a celebration of life, it was the most inspiring thing for the gospel. Yeah. Man.
How cool is that?
How powerful. How beautiful.
Don't we want that to be our legacy? Yeah. Like if anything could be said about us when we go, like that's, you know.
And that's beyond just because we're pastors. Right. Would that be the goal of every believer, right? Right. That whenever it's our time, people look back, and it truly can be a celebration, and also something that inspires people to continue on in the race.
Yeah, our legacy is not what we do, but what we set into motion.
Amen.
It's like, even if you're not a pastor, if you're just a dad, like the things you're going to set into motion is setting your kids up to go further faster and to be able to stand on your shoulders and, you know, and do more. Yeah. So it was powerful.
Yeah. And that was Saturday.
That was Saturday.
And then we came into church on Sunday and we kicked off the Jonah series.
We did.
In church. You know
what that means?
It's
time for the Sunday recap. Sunday rewind.
One of these times I won't jump the gun. One of these times I'll remember that we have these videos. Yeah. But you came in, kicked off our Jonah series.
Yep. Run Club. Come on.
You crushed. It was an awesome word.
Thanks.
I told you it was your best of the year, which we're only in February, but still a big compliment. You came out.
To be fair, you say that to me every time I preach.
I'm your top fan.
You are.
That's not true. I'm not just a hype man, you know?
I would say
I'm 95%
I would say
hype man.
Every other sermon, you're like, that was the best.
Well, this one genuinely was. It was fantastic.
I believe you, by the way. I know you actually mean that. Yeah. You have I joked about you having a spiritual gift of not stewarding property well. You do actually have a spiritual gift of encouragement. That is 100% true.
Oh, thanks. Look at you encouraging. But you did a great job. New series. Our social media team just brought out the funniest memes.
Gabrielle,
the Jonah series.
And Gabrielle's still in the chat.
Man, 10 out of 10. So funny.
Those memes that just dropped like an hour ago. I don't even know when she posted that. I was dying right before the episode. You should have had me look at them live on air.
Yeah.
It just would have been me laughing, though. I don't know if that would have been entertaining for people or not. They were so good.
How'd you feel about Sunday?
Sunday was great. Yeah. I felt good about the whole day. It feels like there's such a health in the church right now, just all the way around in the community and what's happening. And so coming into this series, we touched on this a little bit last week, but I think we were excited to get into this series. We're approaching it a little different. It's exegetical preaching, which is kind of going verse by verse, versus topical. It's still topical in a way. Our topic is just the book of Jonah.
Yeah.
But So we were both, I think,
which we
excited
talked
for
last
that.
week. Both styles are great, exegetical and topical.
Yeah.
I don't think one's holy and one's
Yeah.
not. But this one definitely is a lot more exegetical.
Yeah.
So one thing, which I don't know what all you want to cover, one thing that I thought, and this was my feedback, that you did a phenomenal job specifically on Sunday, that I'm just curious to hear your thoughts, was when you're going exegetical, you knew, okay, I have to cover Jonah chapter 1. No more, no less. I got to stay in Jonah chapter 1. Hard thing to do, because most topical messages, you want to end on a high note, a hope note, right?
Yeah.
But Jonah chapter 1 ends, he gets thrown into a sea and he
Yeah.
gets swallowed by a fish,
Yeah.
right? That was your big finale that
Yeah.
you had for chapter 1.
Yeah.
And you did such a masterful job at not going beyond that into chapter 2 and actually just remaining true to the text. How was that in your prep, or just your prep as a whole, knowing this is exegetical
Yeah.
more or less, and I gotta really just stay in these verses?
Yeah, I think this might be part of the reason why you're struggling a little bit with your prep.
Yeah.
Because I studied every verse, right, of chapter 1 so
Right.
diligently last week, and
Yeah.
I had notes on every single verse.
Yeah.
There's a million ways. Every time you open God's word, something new gets revealed to you, right?
Yeah.
That happens
Yeah.
in your personal study. It happens when we're prepping a sermon too.
Yeah.
And so going into it, there was so many different directions I could have taken it, and I felt like I had to spend time weeding out to say, okay, what does God actually want me to say now?
Yeah.
And really, where I landed of how God will use storms to redirect you, they're not necessarily punishment. That was like the thing that so clearly I feel like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me last week, and I knew that needed to be the thing that was the driver of Sunday. And so being able to land it there, obviously I knew I was going to get to him being swallowed by a fish, and I made a joke out of that whole thing. But then getting into that last point, I feel like I was able to still take it towards a hope-filled ending, despite him being swallowed by a fish.
Yeah.
By using that.
Yeah.
What has since happened from Sunday, and I didn't anticipate this per se, but I cut a little deep in some of my examples, I think, on Sunday. And the social team, whoever did this,
Yeah. No one was saying.
cut that for a reel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it seems like that reel has done better than some of our other reels. It feels like it's been gaining some traction. And I always notice that because whenever that happens, likes start to appear on older reels because it's like almost evidence that people are going to our channel and looking at past stuff because that reel got their attention and took them there. And so I had people liking the treadmill reel this week. Like, and I was seeing that on my notifications. Yeah. Because they were going in and finding stuff.
Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of people resonated with the word.
Yeah.
And that's a comforting thing. It feels like, okay.
Yeah.
I was feeling that last week, and it almost gets confirmed by the Lord when you hear the way that it seems to have hit people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So that was exciting.
yeah, I thought you did a great job. You had a lot to unpack
I did.
in chapter 1, and I'm feeling that with chapter 2 and 3 here, because the problem is, man, you could preach for weeks about each of these chapters, and we're trying to fit it into a normal message time, right? So a small window for a lot of different information. I'm sure you had some good stuff that did not make the cut for what made it in your message. So I'm going to cue this one. It's time for the cutting room floor. So Ed, what were some, go ahead.
I did. I had a few things. Honestly, the thing that I am so sad that I really didn't hit was at the end of the sermon and within the altar call, I didn't get to make the comparisons of Jonah to Jesus. Jesus himself in Matthew 12 makes comparisons between the two.
Yeah.
It is such a great setup to encourage
You did
people.
quote that, but it was early
in
on.
the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But the whole context of similar to Jesus, Jonah was willing to sacrifice himself and be thrown overboard into the storm that God was allowing, into the fury of this storm, so that people far from God could be saved.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, they're very different characters too. Jonah was guilty and Jesus was not. I mean, there's so many things that they are not,
but there are
similar
some parallels. Yeah.
But the fact that Jonah was willing to put his life on the line to go into the storm on behalf of these people. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest altar call.
And Jonah went into the fish. Jesus went into the grave.
Yeah,
they both reemerged.
There's so much there.
There's so much in there.
Yeah. So
I have my finale for this week.
Exactly. You can steal all that, dude. You can steal all that. I mean, honestly, that will be the altar call this week. Like, that feels like too good not to tell people that these comparisons are here and these links are here. But so that was like the number one thing that I didn't get to say. But I also had this chapter that God put on my heart as I just found in my prep, and I had it in my notes, but I wasn't sure I was going to be able to hit it, and it turns out I didn't get to. Yeah. But this was Isaiah 30.
Come on, Isaiah.
All right. It says, people of Zion who live in Jerusalem will weep no more. How gracious he will be when you cry for help. As soon as he hears, he will answer you. This is Isaiah 30, starting in verse 19, by the way. Although the Lord gives you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, your teachers will be hidden no more. With your own eyes you will see them. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. And then you will desecrate your idols overlaid with silver and your images covered with gold. You will throw them away like menstrual cloth and say to them, away with you. And I came across this passage, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the story of Jonah and the story of us. Like, how gracious is God that when we call on him, he will answer. As soon as we call on him, he will answer. He will give us the voice and direction to say, this is the way. In the moment that we realize that, it will desecrate our idols. We will throw away the things that we have been worshiping and valuing because of where he's directing us. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Yeah. But it's almost the whole sermon repreached. Like I could have taught through that, but I just didn't have time to do it. So that's Isaiah 30, 19 to 22. And I just had to sit on that for another day.
That's so good. I mean, we talk about that all the time. That's probably the hardest part about preaching is what do you not say? Yeah, there's so much to say, and there are so many things that would be really great to say, but it's always, Lord, what do you want to say? Out of all these good things, out of all these things that we come up with, Lord, what do you want to say? And that, I mean, that's one of those things that, which I'm glad we have this outlet too.
I know, to
sometimes
say
as a preacher, you're like, oh my gosh,
this is in my soul. I need to tell somebody this. God is so good.
So we love the cutting room floor. We love it. We need it.
Shout out Pastor Tyra in the chat. Come on,
Tyra.
MJ said the treadmill sermon was my first time at Amplify.
That's wild.
You know, I was a big boy. That's what I want to say about that sermon.
You were hefty. You were hefty. You know?
The producer Ian is laughing way too hard right now in the back. Wow, Ian. I was a big boy. I've lost some weight over the last year.
A lot.
And so as people started...
I also didn't mean that the way it sounded. I'm sorry.
What? This is crazy.
No, you...
You've lost a lot of weight, Ed.
No, it is true. It is true. Like, you've been very faithful. That's what I mean.
So people were liking this reel. They found that reel. I went back and I was like, man, I was a big boy. I was a big boy.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't, and I'm not trying to puff myself up. I can't believe that I did that.
Oh, the treadmill?
The treadmill.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And I was clicking. It's in the reel. I was like clicking it to go faster and faster.
I know.
And
remember how anxious I was?
You were so anxious.
Oh, the whole week. I think I tried to talk you out of it.
Yeah.
Because also you picked a treadmill this wide.
It's a walking pad. It's not a full treadmill. It's a walking pad. It was
so narrow. And I'm like, you're going to be preaching and speaking to a room of however many people. And you're me and tell me you're not going to place 1 foot outside and everything.
Well, and you know what I was doing?
And you didn't.
I was making it go faster with the remote. And every time I went faster, it beeped. And the people in the room, particularly if you were close, could hear that beeping.
Yeah.
And it gave an extra level of anxiety to what was happening. And as I was increasing my tone and my cadence, obviously I'm having to walk faster.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see the number of how fast I was going because of where the table was that I was reaching from.
Right.
And I was watching it back this week thinking, that was so dangerous.
It really was.
I can't believe you guys let me do that.
I tried not to. I remember morning
being like, Ed, you're going to do what?
Yeah.
You're going to put what on this stage? And I thought you were going to bring a full-size treadmill in.
Yeah. That morning, I showed up to your house at about 7:30 to pick up this treadmill walking pad thing to take it to church. And that morning, I think I tried to talk you out of it. Yeah. And you were still, nope. Which, hey, you did it. Yeah. It worked. And everyone remembers it. I have no idea what you preached that day because the whole time I was just anxious. No clue.
The concept was your performance does not equal faithfulness.
That's a good, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Pretty wild.
But Run Club was great. You know what else I loved? Just shout out to my wife. I love the graphics.
Yeah.
And we actually had a conversation.
Katie always crushes it.
I'm partial. I'm biased, but I generally also think that.
Yeah.
But you know what looks so good on the reel for whoever, Gabrielle or Ian, whoever cut this reel? The texture on the screen behind me looked so good. And it made me, it felt like, because, sometimes if we don't have a lot of context there, it could be just black behind you and it looks lame.
Yeah.
But so shout out to our production team for having the big old screen behind us.
Yeah.
Shout out to the graphic design team and social media team.
Yeah. Awesome
guys
job.
are all killing it.
It was a very, very fun Sunday.
Yeah.
We've had a full week. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
We had the podcast last week, which
we did.
How would you explain the pod last week?
People can go back and listen. We tried to approach some heavier topics last week here on the pod, and I thought it went well.
Yeah.
We got positive and negative feedback
Yeah.
from seemingly both sides of political lines, and we're certainly not trying to stay in the middle just because, but we intentionally did take an approach specifically for the second topic to approach it of how do you approach topics like this from a biblical lens instead of giving direct opinions. And we had some people that wish we would have given more direct opinions, but we just felt like the conversation last week was meant to be for helping people process how to think. So,
right.
We'll see. It seemed to be well received from a lot of listeners. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We were sweating.
And for sure. And even people who disagree, right? That's not a bad thing. There's room for disagreement in the body, right?
Amen.
And we can unite on core things. And I think that not having just a one size fits all is a good thing.
That was a really good piece of feedback from Mike DeDominic, who's on staff here, that so much of the conversations around these difficult topics, the world and society wants you to fall way to the right or way to the left.
Yeah.
And they want to convince you that these are the only two camps that you can be in, and you have to fall in one or the other.
Yeah.
And if you land on this side of the camp, then you have to be on this side of the camp for every issue that is going to come up.
Yeah.
When in reality, there's a lot more people who, not because they're not trying to offend anyone, that you land in the middle related to topics because you see
nuance.
You see nuance on both sides, right?
Yeah.
And of course, we're not trying to follow a right or left. We're trying to follow Jesus,
right.
and I do see Jesus represented on all sides of the political aisle. So, so I think there's challenges for everybody as they're navigating these things, including us. So hopefully, it was a helpful thing.
Yeah.
So
conversation is good.
Today's Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Start of Lent.
So what is Lent?
We don't really follow Lent.
Did I do a reel about that last year? We should repost that.
Oh, you did?
I think we did. We should not because I did it, but we should just repost it because why not?
That was good. So my son goes to a Lutheran school.
Yeah.
And they're doing Ash Wednesday at the school today. And I had to sit down and talk to Harrison about Lent and what is Ash Wednesday. And I gave him the option, like, do you want to participate? And he chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
But Lent, the word Lent just represents the 40 days leading up to Easter.
Yeah.
Right. To represent a period of time leading up to Easter. Obviously, Easter we're celebrating Jesus going to the cross, on our behalf. But this was established. The Lenten fast established in the 4th century is 46 days, 40 days, not counting Sundays, and this was meant to prepare your heart, prepare your soul for what you're going to celebrate and honor come Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Most often, it's associated with a fast of some sort. So that's why you see all the fish fries going on Fridays
I love
and
a good
today.
fish fry.
Fish fries are great, dude.
Oh man.
But a lot of people will fast meat. But then it's like all of this is so evolved into a very legalistic thing. Actually, we're going to talk about the challenges of legalism maybe next week. But I know plenty of people that participate in Lent, but because they only do it because they feel like they have to. When it's meant to represent a posture of your heart that you're voluntarily taking.
Yeah.
To say, I need to prepare my soul for what Easter represents and what Jesus did for me. And so you should fast because of you're trying to prepare yourself. And so I do know some people who are fasting for Lent. Lent is typically most celebrated in Ash Wednesday, most celebrated within Catholic and Lutheran denominations. Yeah. I grew up Lutheran, so I grew up participating in this. But as a non-denominational church, we don't formally celebrate Lent as like a large body. However, we value what it represents.
Sure.
We value
the principles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ash Wednesday particularly, this is the first day of the Lent season, and that's when you'll see people, having cross of ashes on their forehead, ashes representing repentance in the Bible. And so these 40 days, as you're preparing your heart, it's also, I'm laying down my old life. I want to repent of the things that I've done. Yeah. So
that's good.
We've talked about these concepts all the time in the context of what it means to follow Jesus. The time period of Lent and specifically Ash Wednesday is just meant to represent a time of self-denial as I approach what Jesus accomplished for me on the cross. So
and that'll lead us all the way up to Easter.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, do you want to tease Easter a little bit?
Tease, I don't know.
When are our services?
Okay.
What's going on?
Jesus is going to come back. That's the tease for Easter. Jesus is going to rise again. No, that's Easter Sunday. Woo. Do we have the date?
Come on. I'm sure
Producer
Google
Ian
does. When is Easter?
April 5th.
You beat me.
April 5th. 9 and 11. We were doing 2 services on Easter Sunday. We did that last year, 9 and 11. 9's going to be full kids men. 11 is going to be Genesis or Genesis ministry only.
Yeah.
But it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's Easter Sunday.
Have you started to think through your message at all?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Well,
I got to worry about next week. No. Jesus is coming back. That is
Jesus
the teaser.
Jesus is coming back. That's what he's going to be preaching.
Are you preaching Good Friday? Do we have that? I think you have Good Friday.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I have Palm Sunday and Easter. I think you have Good Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Should be fun.
It's going to be great. You know what time it is?
What time?
I don't know if we have a cue for this. Backstage banter? Do we?
I don't have that.
That's okay.
That was so great. Just watching Ed on the screen right there waiting.
It is time for our favorite preacher draft.
Come on. Which, by the way, as we head into this draft, normally we have the little spinny wheel of, wait, what is this? Oh, just weekly.
Weekly draft. Nice.
I need to pull up I have a whole notes of my favorite preachers that I'm trying to find here. But last week, okay, so every single week there is a draft that we do.
We try.
And every week, just about, there's a little spinny wheel that has both our names on it.
Yes.
And it just so happens that every single draft.
Do you have the wheel, Ian?
Every single draft that we've had, it lands.
Do we want the
on you.
wheel?
I'm not using that wheel because we found out this week it's rigged.
It's rigged.
Yeah.
And you get it every time.
It's not rigged.
I mean,
it's not rigged at all.
Just show the wheel for the people, or show the wheel, the spinny wheel.
Well, I wonder. Actually, hold on. Let me try something because this will be kind of funny. Let me grab my camera.
We have no idea what's happening.
We're just killing time.
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm moving my camera so you can see.
While he preps that, we'll be drafting 5 top preachers.
Oh, I forgot we're doing 5.
And here's what we need to do. We need to define.
Okay, so it's upside down. Hold on. I think I can do this with one hand. Okay, there we go. Okay. So right here, we have buttons that this one just says Ed wins, and I've been just pushing that one exclusively and never hitting the Brandon wins one.
Isn't that crazy?
That is amazing.
Isn't that crazy? So today I'm challenging you to rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, here's the thing though. And you haven't accused me of this. I did not know this.
Oh, yeah.
I was not part of this conspiracy. This was entirely built on producer Ian and intern Emma.
I believe
They
it.
are the ones to be mad at.
Producer
Yeah,
Ian
we
and I,
decided this actually from day one of the spinning wheel when I was like,
Really?
oh, it'd be nice to have a spinning wheel. And then I couldn't figure out how to make one that was actually random. And I looked at Emma and I kind of went, this would be hilarious if we just made this a whole bit and it was just every week Ed won.
every week.
And so we've been planning on how to break the news to you also from day one. And so that reel was
That reel
the
was
culmination of all
Go
of
check
that.
out the reel if you haven't. It was honestly really funny.
Hey, Pastor Leah in the chat.
Hey, Leah.
Back in the chat.
Come on.
Leah is
Yeah.
going to be a guest host
Come
on Off
on.
the Record
March 11th?
March 11th.
Come on.
The
It's gonna be
definitive
fun.
Leah Gazowski episode.
It's gonna
That's
be
what we're
the
calling
definitive.
it. March 11th. Start promoting it.
I love it. I love it. It'll be fun.
That'll be great.
All right, draft time. We got 9 minutes.
Well, how are we going to decide who goes first?
All right, well, rock, paper, scissors. But
Just tell
first,
Siri to flip a coin.
here's the deal. Define a preacher, because there are preachers and there are teachers. right?
You said to me you wanted to separate preachers and teachers.
Yeah.
I do not
Yeah,
agree.
they're two different. They're
No.
different things.
If the person communicates at a church on a Sunday,
Favorite church communicator
Yes.
draft.
They
All
are
right,
allowed.
favorite church communicator
They're
draft. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sounds so much less elegant that way.
yeah.
It really does. Okay,
Because to be honest, I actually consider myself more of a teacher than
Yeah.
a preacher.
yeah,
But I'm eligible in the draft. I could be drafted
you could be
by
drafted.
me or you.
You draft yourself with the number 1 pick. Ed Knoll is drafting Pastor Ed Knoll. That's so funny.
Yeah, I understand, Leah. People do both. Like, we could separate. We're just not going to.
Okay.
If we want, we're going to start here.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime in the future we can do separate drafts.
Okay. That's
that good?
Yep.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
Let's go. So I get the first draft.
get
But you got to
first.
do best 2 out of 3.
Oh, you know what, Ian? No, we don't. No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Now.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is the first time Brandon won.
All right.
I don't like
And
this.
we'll just do back
Can we
and
just go
forth.
back to the rigged wheel?
For my number 1 pick, he's at the top of the charts. He has been. Oh wait, let's see. He's doing it. Is he gonna make it land up?
Oh, look at
Oh, look at
that.
that.
I can't believe
It's
it.
my turn.
My top pick, the undisputed reigning champion. of preaching.
Undisputed reigning champion.
Undisputed champion.
Wait, you think there's a definitive top one?
Yeah, and I don't know that you can be a Christian and not agree. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. Didn't this already just violate how we determined how this draft was going to be?
How do we? Oh, a regular Sunday communicator
Regular
in the
Sunday
church.
communicator.
I'm just teasing. Obviously,
Say
obviously
that's
we
the
can't.
instant win card.
We can't take Jesus, but he would be, of course,
I
a very
he
good
was.
pick.
I'm sad to say he was not on my list.
That's crazy. That's actually so funny.
I mean, it's not that crazy. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
modern
I
day.
know. I know.
Come on.
I'm just teasing. Okay, my number 1 pick. This will come as no surprise to anybody.
I
who
think
knows
I
me
know who this is
whatsoever.
going to be, but
Craig Rochelle.
oh,
It has to be. I've listened to him weekly for a decade now, so how could it not be? I'm going Craig with my number 1 pick.
Wow. All right, Pastor Craig Rochelle, Pastor's Life Church.
Yep.
Are they the largest church in the nation right now? Probably.
One of, with all
Yeah.
their campuses.
I think they are. Phenomenal communicator, been pastoring Life Churches out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to see him next week.
We are.
We got to meet him last year,
We did.
which was great.
Yeah.
The first time both of us had the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Get to spend
Yeah.
some time with him next week.
Very fun.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I love Pastor Craig.
There are so many.
Are
good
you so
preachers.
happy you got him?
I'm very glad I got Craig.
So I get the second and third pick.
Oh shoot, I forgot you got 2.
It's a snake
Here's
draft.
the deal. I think I have 14 on my list. So I'm like, I feel good. So have at it. 2 and 3.
Oh man, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. All right. With my first pick, I'm gonna go with someone. I don't know that he's my favorite,
Oh,
But this
you're
is-
taking him first.
but this is someone that I want to ensure is on my team.
so that I don't get him.
I'm not trying to snipe him.
Okay.
I really
You
like
want him on your
him.
team.
I want
You
him on my team.
Okay.
But I don't know if you were asking me to rank,
Yeah.
my actual favorites, I don't know that he'd be my first. But I think
Okay.
a lot of people like him. I'm gonna go Stephen Furtick.
Okay.
Yeah, Stephen
I did not. Okay. I did not see that coming.
at the present moment.
Yeah.
If you just said, hey, pull up a sermon that you just want to listen to right now, I'm going to pull them up.
Hmm.
And some people don't like maybe his theatric over the top style,
Yeah.
but for the type of communication that I find I most often want in my life right now, I want someone to encourage me. So I do lean towards pastors who are going to exhort me and encourage me from the pulpit. And he does. I love the way that he unpacks the word.
Yeah.
You know, none of these guys are perfect guys by any means, but I do love a good Stephen message. And every single time I listen, I'm like, man, that's a bar, dude. Like that's a word.
Hey, shout out Jordan in the chat.
I'm taking some notes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan. Jordan's on my list right now.
Jordan's getting at it. That's so funny. All right, that was your number one pick. Honestly, yeah, solid lock-in.
Yeah.
Solid lock-in
All
right
right,
there.
My next one.
Yep. Oh, wait, so you got Steven? Okay, and then you
I got Steven. This one, I don't think you would take this person,
Okay.
but I am going to take him
Oh, I know who
with
you're
my
going to
second
say.
pick.
I know who you're going to say.
This person,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
when I became a Christian,
Yeah, I know exactly who you're
2006,
Yep.
I listened to every sermon from this pastor on their church website. It went back years. I listened to everyone. I was obsessed. I couldn't get enough. And his teaching early on in my faith just defined who I was.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Francis Chan.
Oh, wait, that's not who I thought it was.
That's a
Great
good
pick, though. Great pick. Solid preacher. All
Yeah.
right, you got a couple strong ones right there. Oh, man.
Have I ever told you that?
Yeah. I couldn't remember who exactly.
He was at Cornerstone Simi Valley and pastoring at the time before he left that.
Yeah.
And I went back and listened to every sermon that was on their website.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get enough. And
Yeah.
that was right around the same time that his book Crazy Love came out, and I was obsessed with Crazy Love.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a chapter in Crazy Love that I think is one of the best chapters ever written of like modern day, pastoral writings. It's so good.
Yeah. That's good. All right. So I get my second and third here, right? Okay. So I have such a long list. I didn't order these in terms of
I know.
who. Oh man, they're all so good.
It's 2:57.
Okay, I gotta move quick. Is Billy Graham allowed?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go Billy Graham. I mean, staple.
Okay.
And
Hold on. Let me say,
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever listened to a full sermon from Billy Graham.
Really?
I've seen tons of clips.
Yeah.
Tons of clips.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I've ever went and found his sermons and listened straightforward to a whole.
Even stuff he wrote and the way he led, just everything. I just think, man, what a guy. So a bit of a pull from the past there.
Yeah. At this point, are you regularly going back and finding sermons from him and listening?
No, but I see a ton of clips, and
Okay.
when I see the clips, I'm like, oh yeah, that's good preaching.
Yeah.
Like he just preached the word very
He did.
direct, very straight up. Okay, my 3 pick is Jabin Chavez over City Light Church,
That's a great
Vegas. Listen to him every week. Quality. That is a great pick. Thank you, Ian.
Jabin's great. I knew he was going to be on your list.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
one of your favorites ever. I feel like you constantly are talking about him. I've listened to many Jabin messages. He's just not in my default that I would go to, but phenomenal. All right, I got 2 picks here.
There's so many left.
All right,
258, go.
I'm going one of my favorite teachers,
Okay.
Andy Stanley.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Andy has a way of communicating that is just sheer brilliant. The way that he can walk you through a singular point over the period of 25, 30 minutes, and he will walk you along so patiently to the point that it by the end, you will be transformed by this gospel point that he represents. So many people have thrown shade on Andy the last few years because of some of his takes around the Bible, which we could talk about that. That would be a really cool conversation.
A reaction
but
episode.
Love me some Andy Stanley.
Yeah.
I'm not regularly pulling up his sermons, but every time I hear him give a word, I'm just like, man, he brought me something.
Yeah.
He brought me something. Next, I'm going to go to someone who I still to this day will listen to a lot.
Okay.
This individual, prior to him launching the church, he had a college ministry, and I would go back and I not go back, but I was actively tuning into his college ministry every time that he would preach. And I'm going Rich Wilkerson Jr.
That's a great pick. That is great. He was on my list here too. So in a way, you did make it easier. So I got my final two, and then and I got to go quick. Oh man. Okay. If I have to lock in, so I get my fourth and fifth here. I'm going to
do your fourth, and then we'll both say our fifth to end.
Okay, all right.
You're not going to take my fifth. So.
You're not going to take my fifth. I'm going to go a guy who's been in ministry for a long time, which I respect off the bat. Someone who's got a track record, been in it for a long time.
Amen.
Build a big movement, and then build a very significant church. I'm going to go Louis.
Louis.
Yep. He's also on my weekly.
Phenomenal pick.
Yep.
Love me some Louis, bro.
Yeah, it's quality.
Louis
I heard a little bit though. It's so, man. And look, Louis, we love you. I'm just gonna say, in his heyday.
Oh my God,
look,
dude.
I still listen to him every single week.
Oh
every single week. I love
my
it.
God!
But I'm talking.
You can't say that.
I didn't mean it the way
you
it
cannot
sounded.
say
I
that.
didn't mean it that way.
Ed's lost a ton of weight in Louis in his heyday. Jeez.
I'm talking Louis like on the Passion tours in the 2000s is like, oh my gosh, I'll still listen to those. So I'm going Louis. Okay,
Louis' narrative style.
Oh my gosh! And here's what I've said for years. Here's what I've said for years. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can preach over a synth pad like Louis Giglio. Nobody. Man, when that pad comes in, he just moves with it, and he preaches. He preaches. It's good.
All right, I'll let you say your fourth pick first.
That was my fourth.
Or your fifth pick first, but we'll kind of say
no, let's do it on three.
All right, because I don't think you're doing mine.
I don't think you're doing mine. 1, 2.
Hold on, you're not doing something cheesy, right?
I don't know.
Dude, don't pick me.
Do not pick you. I was gonna pick Ed.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay. So I can't pick you. Oh, that's our music.
That's our music.
Okay.
He's like, wrap it up.
Our fifth one. Well, I was gonna pick you, so I'm gonna say, yeah, gotta go. Okay.
Who is it?
One.
Oh, all right. One, two, three. John Piper. David Guzik.
Both kind of more like theology guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know that I've listened audibly to David Guzik.
Yeah, it's quality. He flies under the radar, but his teaching, he'd be on my teacher draft for sure.
John Piper, similar to Francis Chan.
Chad Veach. Man, Jordan put that in the chat. Can I give my honorables?
Yeah.
Joachim Lundquist. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Philip Anthony Mitchell.
Yeah.
Robert Madu.
Chat. Yeah.
Ben Stewart. Daniel Floyd. Mike Winger. Those are my
really
extras.
Really good. Matt Chandler, I would put on there. I listened to some deep Matt Chandler sermons.
Yeah.
Anyone else? That's good.
I'm sure there are. Those were my.
I know you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say you wanted to say me, and I have genuinely told you this. I love listening to you preach. It is so fun. I do it, and you will say things on the platform here at Amplify that I literally will like lean over and hit your wife, and I'm like, that was so good.
Don't clip that. Just that portion. Oh man.
Anyways, that's all we got for Off the Record today. Hey, if you enjoyed this at all or it was helpful at all, make sure you share it with someone. We're going to be back here next week, Wednesday at 2 p.m.
From
Until
DC.
then, we love you. Be blessed.
See you next week.